精注意全部的精力，带给您舒畅的体验，践行每一份微小的责任，关怀每一份健康，守护每一次呼吸。核心诊断，健康呼吸。广东核心健康科技有限公司成立于2015年，是国家呼吸系统疾病临床医学研究中心产学研分中心重要成员单位，坐落于呼吸疾病国家重点实验室产学研基地，拥有5000平方米研发生产场地。公司创始人李晓峰教授曾任美国恩佐生化首席科学家，美国耶鲁大学医学院研究科学家，是国家重大人才工程入选者，同时也是广州医科大学客座教授，广州市创业领军人才、杰出专家。工欲善其事，必先利其器。核心健康建立了国内领先的企业级 P2 病毒实验室，公司搭建的呼吸道病原库收录了200多例菌株，450多例病毒株，涵盖各种常见呼吸道感染病原体。在抗击新冠疫情和流感期间，凭借成熟的呼吸道病原体培养分离技术，核心健康前后协助参与中国食品药品检定研究院新型冠状病毒核酸检测、新型冠状病毒抗原检测国家参考品的制定，并成功获得国家卫生健康委临床检验中心独家授权，生产销售新冠病毒核酸治控品。创新平台研发，搭建全面高效的呼吸道病原体诊断方案。核心健康拥有多重快速 PCR、流式细胞、直接免疫荧光、化学发光、免疫层析 POCT 等技术平台，依靠一系列坚实基础，先后开发出100余种创新呼吸道检测相关项目。核心健康在全球首创将流式细胞法用于呼吸道检测系列产品，并获得广东省高新技术产品证书。公司自主研发的快速荧光定量 PCR 仪，可在30分钟内完成检测，广泛应用于传染病快检、食品冷链检测及基因层医疗机构检测。此外，公司建立的全自动免疫层析世纪生产流水线，年产量可达上亿人份，已服务全球50多个国家和地区。5年磨练，终铸一剑。新冠疫情爆发初期，核心已经火速推出了病毒灭活型样本保存液，保障临床样本的安全运输。多平台同步开发新冠病毒抗体检测试剂、假病毒颗粒核酸提取试剂、免疫层析平台新冠 IgM 抗体检测，率先获得国家食品药品监督管理局疫情紧急批准。该产品拥有操作简便、检测迅速、经济实惠等特点，同时获得临床认可，首批通过正式注册。新冠肺炎战役期间，核心健康向10个以上国家和地区捐赠抗疫物资，同时派遣支援队伍奔赴疫区支援前线，充分展示了公司团队的职业素养和企业的社会担当。核心健康以保障人类呼吸健康为使命，始终坚持自主研发、自主创新理念，深耕于呼吸道传染病诊断试剂开发，以向用户提供更准确、更灵敏、更方便、更快捷的诊断产品为己任，致力于打造成呼吸道病原体诊断方案的诊断专家。
Care more health. Guard more people. Ongoing duty here as routine, but outstanding result we may grant. We specialized in respiratory disease detection, and devote all of our effort to bring people an easy breath. Guangdong Hecin Scientific Incorporated, the key member of the Industry University Research Subcenter of the National Clinical Research Center for Respiratory Diseases, was established in 2015. It is located in the IUR base of the State Key Laboratory of Respiratory Diseases, which owns 5,000 square meters of independent R&D and production sites. Professor Li Xiaofeng, the founder of the company, was the chief scientist of enzo-biochemistry and the research scientist of Yale University School of Medicine. He is a member of the National Major Talent Project, also a visiting professor of Guangzhou Medical University, a leading entrepreneur in Guangzhou, and an outstanding expert. Good tools are essential to do the job well. Hecin has established a leading enterprise-level P2 virus laboratory in China, which contains more than 200 strains and 400 virus strains, covering various common respiratory infection pathogens. During the period of fight against COVID-19 and influenza, along with mature respiratory pathogens isolation and culture technology, Hecin continued to assist our country in formulating the national reference materials for 2019 nCoV nucleic acid detection and antigen detection, and successfully obtained the exclusive authorization from the Clinical Laboratory Center of National Health Commission to produce and sell 2019 nCoV nucleic acid quality control material. With innovative platform researched and developed, Hecin has built a comprehensive and efficient respiratory pathogen diagnosis program, which contains multiple rapid PCR, flow cytometry, direct immunofluorescence, chemiluminescence, immunochromatography (POCT), and other technical platforms. Relying on a series of solid foundation, more than 100 kinds of innovative respiratory tract detection-related projects have been developed. Hecin pioneered the application of flow cytometry in respiratory tract detection in the world and obtained the high-tech product certificate of Guangdong Province. The company's self-developed ultra-fast qPCR instrument can complete the detection within 30 minutes, which is widely used in rapid detection of infectious diseases, such as cold chain food and primary medical institutions detections. In addition, the company has established a full automatic immunochromatographic reagent production line, with annual output of hundreds of millions, served more than 50 countries and regions in the world. After 5 years of tempering, the sword was finally forged. In the early stage of the outbreak of COVID-19, Hecin has launched a virus-inactivated sample preservation solution to ensure the safe transportation of clinical samples, and developed the 2019 nCoV antibody detection reagents, pseudovirus particles, nucleic acid extraction reagents by multi-platform synchronously. The 2019 nCoV IgM antibody detection of immunochromatography platform was first approved by the State Food and Drug Administration, which has the characteristics of simple operation, rapid detection, and economic benefits. It has also been approved by the clinic and passed the formal registration in the first batch. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Hecin donated healthcare materials to more than 10 countries and regions, and sent support teams to the front lines of epidemic areas, which fully demonstrated the professionalism and social responsibility of the enterprise. With mission of protecting human respiratory health, Hecin always adheres to the concept of independent R&D and independent innovation, and devotes ourselves to the development of diagnostic reagents for respiratory infectious diseases. Taking providing users with more accurate, sensitive, convenient, and faster diagnostic products as our own responsibility, Hecin is committed to create a respiratory pathogen diagnosis program diagnostic experts.
Hello everyone, I'm Tim of Hecin Scientific. Thank you for joining our live streaming. I'm sure you noticed that I'm not wearing a mask today. Why mention this detail? Because since the outbreak of the COVID-19, we have gradually become accustomed to wearing a mask. Do you remember the last time you saw the smiles of strangers on the street? The COVID-19, a topic that can be avoided. Also, the scene of this live streaming. Don't worry, because that my live broadcast environment is closed and safe, and there will be no risk of infection along the network cable. The COVID-19 as a respiratory infectious disease, which has been 2 years since its first detection, has caused more than 500 million infections worldwide, with 6.19 million deaths as of April the 21st, 2022. Although the overall situation is not optimistic, we still have good news. In past 2 years, after coming down from the early temporary nervousness, a series of products have been developed to contain the spread of the outbreak along the world. The impact of the COVID-19 is so numerous that when people have symptoms such as cough and fever, the first thing they think of is whether they are unfortunately infected with the COVID-19. In fact, the symptoms caused by passenger infections such as influenza A virus, IAV, and influenza B virus, IBV, are very similar to those of COVID-19 infection. And there are symptoms such as fever, sore throat, myalgia, dry cough, fatigue, and so on. Fortunately, IAV, IBV, and COVID-19 currently have specific drugs. So far, by vaccination, humans have eliminated only one virus, the smallpox virus. The COVID-19 is constantly mutating. Now we have faced Delta, Omicron, and a lot variant strains. Pessimistically speaking, we will be forced to coexist with COVID-19 for a long while. The COVID-19 is an emerging respiratory virus, and before the emergence of COVID-19, the IAV and IBV were the stars in this field. For example, IAV, which is the main pathogen of seasonal influenza every year, has caused 5 major outbreaks worldwide since 1918, infecting millions of people worldwide. IBV has received less attention than IAV, but is also an important cause of human morbidity and death. In the fact of upcoming post-COVID-19 era, when symptoms such as fever and dry cough appear, we need to timely identify which of the above 3 viruses infected and take corresponding treatment, which is the need of every Earthling. Now, please allow me to make a brief company introduction. We are Guangdong Hecin Scientific, located in Guangzhou. It's a high-tech enterprise focusing on the in virtual diagnosis of respiratory passengers. Since first establishment in 2015, it has obtained more than 10 Class 3 registration certificates for medical device from NMPA and TÜV EN ISO 13485 certification. Hecin strives to be a comprehensive provider of diagnostic solutions for respiratory passengers. Now, it's a great honor to introduce you the 2019 nCoV IAV IBV Antigen Test Kit developed by Guangdong Hecin Scientific. This kit can detect and distinguish COVID-19, IAV, and IBV with one test card. On March 82, 2022, this product officially obtained the ANVISA registration certificate and now has registration certificates of CE and ANVISA. Before continuing to introduce our products, I believe that you have many questions, such as what is antigen detection? What is the difference between antigen testing and nucleic acid testing? Are the results of antigen detection method credible? How to distinguish the 3 viruses by Hecin's products? How does the product perform? Next, I will invite our product manager, Aurora, to answer these questions, and I wish you will get the information you need in the next section. Now, please welcome Aurora.
Thank you all for joining our live streaming today. I am Aurora, Product Manager of Hecin Scientific, and I will bring you to the speech of the post-epidemic era, the problem of detecting one of the 3. I believe that most of you have a basic understanding of COVID-19, which is the culprit that has caused widespread panic on the Earth in the past 2 years. But everyone may not know much about the influenza A virus and influenza B virus. Now, I will give you a simple background knowledge introduction about these 3 viruses. IAV is the main pathogen of seasonal influenza every year, causing 5 major outbreaks of clear pathogens worldwide since 1918. The symptoms after infection are manifested as high fever, cough, runny nose, muscle pain, etc., most of which are accompanied by more serious pneumonia, and the death is caused by the decline of various internal organs, such as heart and kidneys. IAV are constantly transmitted in many animal reservoirs, such as humans, birds, horses, dogs, and pigs. Human seasonal influenza virus infections lead to epidemics every year, infect millions of people worldwide, and pose a significant health and economic burden. An influenza pandemic could also have a devastating impact globally, killing millions of people. IBV received relatively little attention compared to IAV that have been extensively studied. Influenza B virus is an important cause of morbidity and mortality in humans. Typical clinic symptoms are acute onset of high fever, generalized pain, significant fatigue, and mild respiratory symptoms. COVID-19 is a kind of virus belonging to the coronavirus genus. It has caused a widespread epidemic worldwide since the end of 2019. As of April 21, 2022, the COVID-19 has caused more than 500 million infections and a death toll of 6.19 million worldwide. We have lost much due to this virus. The COVID-19 pneumonia is mainly manifested by fever, dry cough, fatigue, etc., and a small number of patients are accompanied by upper respiratory tract and gastrointestinal symptoms such as nasal congestion, runny nose, and diarrhea. Severe cases often develop dyspnea after 1 week, and in severe cases, they rapidly progress to acute respiratory distress syndrome. The COVID-19 and the influenza virus have similarities in terms of transmission routes and post-infection symptoms. Both can be transmitted through contact, droplets, etc., and it has been confirmed that the COVID-19 also has aerosol transmission routes. After the infection of the COVID-19 and influenza virus, there are fever, sore throat, myalgia, dry cough, fatigue, and other symptoms. and there may be imagined long pages, ground glass shadows. There are greater difficulties in identification, the three corresponding to the use of different specific drugs. So, how to detect and distinguish three different viruses? The right medicine, it is very essential. I hope that my simple explanation can make you more aware of these three viruses, which are closely related to our respiratory health. In the face of the upcoming post-epidemic era, accurate and rapid detection and identification of these three viruses will be able to provide better protection for human beings. In view of this, Hecin Scientific has launched a triple test kit for the three viruses. The feature is easy operation, and following the user manual, you may get the results in 20 minutes. Hecin's COVID-19 IAV IBV Antigen Test Kit colloidal gold method, capable of simultaneously detecting COVID-19 influenza A virus and influenza B virus antigen. This product has obtained the Brazilian Anvisa rejection certificate and now has two rejection certificates, CE and Anvisa. Just now, Tin has also mentioned that some viewers asked, what is antigen detection and what is the differences between nucleic acid detection? Let me answer these two questions. First, the product can quickly obtain the test results due to the colloidal gold method. Compared with nucleic acid detection, it is faster and simpler, and according to clinic reports, the test results of this product are basically consistent with the results of nucleic acid detection methods. Of course, it should be noticed that this product can't replace nucleic acid detection. It can only be used as a rapid auxiliary diagnostic method. We strive to ensure the performance of the product under the condition compressing time as much as possible. The main feature of the product are multi-joint infection, fast, easy to operate, multi-joint infection. This kit can detect and distinguish three virus strains at the same time, simple interpretation according to the instructors. Fast. The results can be obtained in 15 minutes, very suitable for large-scale screening tests. Easy to operate. The whole operations does not require professional medical instruments. Just refer to the instructions or guideline video. The operations can be done. Since it comes to operation, I believe that everyone has some interest in the kit in front of me. And the following will be a simple operation demonstration for you. Now we are in the lab. Next, I will show you how to use the test kit. We need to wear good protective clothing, masks, gloves, and other protective equipment. Make sure this procedure. Here is COVID-19 IAV IBV Antigen Test Kit. Let's open it. As you can see, the components of the kit contain QC pass, instruction, sample swab, paper rack, test card, and the sample extraction tube. You can find the test procedure right over here. Then, let's take out the sample swab. Be careful. Don't touch the swab head with your fingers, and note the direction of the swab. Next, sampling. We are demonstrating sampling oropharyngeal swab. This kit can also use nasopharyngeal swab. While sampling, make sure your sampling consistent with the instruction. Okay, now we finish the sampling. Take out the sample extraction tube. Peel off the sealing film. Insert the swab into the sample extraction tube. Squeeze the swab in the tube through the outer wall 5 times. This operation is aimed to dissolve the potential antigen from swab as much as possible. Okay, let's put the swab back into the package. Tighten the cap of the specimen extraction tube. Shake left and right 10 times and let stand for 1 minute. So specimen extraction step finish. Take out a test card. Put the card on a dry, flat surface. Discard the first drop. Then add 3 drops of the solution vertically and evenly start the timer. 15 minutes later, we will read the result. During this time, don't move the test card. Our operation demonstration ends here. And you can also see that the operation steps are very simple. Now we need to wait for 15 minutes to make it fully react. During the waiting period, I will introduce you the series of COVID-19 products of Hecin Scientific. COVID-19 Nucleic Acid Test Kit, COVID-19 Antigen Test Kit, COVID-19 Nucleic Acid Test Kit equipped with good epidemic, excellent performance, advanced lyophilization process, and humanized pre-dispensing design, which is driven by the design concept of POCT. When combined with our instruments, the rapid PCR solution, it can complete PCR reactions within 30 minutes. COVID-19 antigen test, like a rapid test kit with excellent performance, ease of use, and rapid result generation. Now, let's interpret the test results. According to the instruction, the C line appears. That means the result is valid. Otherwise, all the results are invalid. Next to the curve, IA, IV logos corresponding to the COVID-19 IAV and IBV. If the corresponding position appears purple or pink line, that means it is positive, and the tester was infected with the corresponding virus. Okay, I hope you enjoy my explanation. Team.
Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Now we have a basic understanding of these respiratory viruses. Besides, I have a little questions. I believe that our viewers have the same questions, like how to define the so-called post-epidemic era. How is it different from the environment we are in now?
Well, I see. To put it simply, after coming out of the shadow of the COVID-19, there is no need to worry about large-scale outbreaks of infection and no large-scale COVID-19 screening. But the area when the COVID-19 coexists with humans and occasionally invades human beings and threatens humans' respiratory health in the post epidemical area. In the post-epidemic era, living habits may change. Take the simplest example. In closed public spaces, railway station parties, people may be accustomed to wearing masks, which is a necessary sacrifice. The good news is that the life is basically back to normal. We can resume large parties in a safe situation.
Okay, I saw the comments section asking in the post-epidemic era, what's the significance of adding the two tests of IAV and IBV to the COVID-19 test?
Well, this question, as I said just now, before the COVID-19 came, human beings have been fighting against the IAV and IBV. And when we can finally breathe under the operation of the COVID-19, we have to continue the survival struggle. But the goal has changed from IAV and IBV into IAV, IBV, and COVID-19 in the post-epidemic era. When we have certain medical means, accurately identifying these three types of pathogens will greatly improve medical efficiency.
Okay, thank you, Aurora. So let's pick one last question. Some of our viewers ask about the performance of this test kit. What do you feel about it?
Well, I think absolutely. This is one of the most important things we must test. So, earlier mentioned, Hecin has a huge library as respiratory pathogens. And the cross-reaction with common respiratory infectious pathogens in it shows that the specificity of the product is good. In addition, we also use national reference products. The verification results are very impressive. The limit of detection is shown here. Our products can detect low concentrations of viruses. Of course, everyone is most concerned about the comparison with the recognized more accurate PCR methods. We use the product to detect COVID-19, IAV, and IBV separately and compare them with the results reliable PCR methods, and ultimately shown an overall accuracy of more than 96%. However, it is important to note that the product is only suitable for auxiliary diagnosis of respiratory infection caused by above viruses. But because its overall design and operation are very simple, it can be used for rapid screening in clinics, thereby improving medical efficiency. The product has obtained CE and ANVISA registration certificates, so you can sell it in Brazil, European Union, and some other countries which recognize the EU standard.
Well, thanks so much for answers, and this live is about to end. Thank you all again for coming to our channel today. If you are interested in our product or our company, please contact us. Here is our official website and our emails. Looking forward to your contact. I also want to thank all of you who are working so hard behind the scenes. See you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Easy breathing. It is not just a tagline, but what we pursue. Tiny upgrade we done. Care more health. Guard more people. Ongoing duty here as routine, but outstanding result we may grant. We specialized in respiratory disease detection, and devote all of our effort to bring people an easy breath. Guangdong Hecin Scientific Incorporated, the key member of the Industry University Research Subcenter of the National Clinical Research Center for Respiratory Diseases, was established in 2015. It is located in the IUR base of the State Key Laboratory of Respiratory Diseases, which owns 5,000 square meters of independent R&D and production sites. Professor Li Xiaofeng, the founder of the company, was the chief scientist of Biochemistry and the research scientist of Yale University School of Medicine. He is a member of the National Major Talent Project, also a visiting professor of Guangzhou Medical University, a leading entrepreneur in Guangzhou, and an outstanding expert. Good tools are essential to do the job well. Hecin has established a leading enterprise-level P2 virus laboratory in China, which contains more than 200 strains and 400 virus strains, covering various common respiratory infection pathogens. During the period of fight against COVID-19 and influenza, along with mature respiratory pathogens isolation and culture technology, Hecin continued to assist our country in formulating the national reference materials for 2019 nCoV nucleic acid detection and antigen detection, and successfully obtained the exclusive authorization from the Clinical Laboratory Center of National Health Commission to produce and sell 2019 nCoV nuclear acid quality control material. With innovative platform researched and developed, Hecin has built a comprehensive and efficient respiratory pathogen diagnosis program, which contains multiple rapid PCR, flow cytometry, direct immunofluorescence, chemiluminescence, immunochromatography (POCT), and other technical platforms. Relying on a series of solid foundation, more than 100 kinds of innovative respiratory tract detection-related projects have been developed. Hecin pioneered the application of flow cytometry in respiratory tract detection in the world and obtained the High-Tech Product Certificate of Guangdong Province. The company's self-developed ultra-fast qPCR instrument can complete the detection within 30 minutes, which is widely used in rapid detection of infectious diseases, such as cold chain food and primary medical institutions detections. In addition, the company has established a full automatic immunochromatographic reagent production line, with annual output of hundreds of millions, served more than 50 countries and regions in the world. After 5 years of tempering, the sword was finally forged. In the early stage of the outbreak of COVID-19, Hecin has launched a virus-inactivated sample preservation solution to ensure the safe transportation of clinical samples, and developed the 2019 nCoV antibody detection reagents, pseudovirus particles, nucleic acid extraction reagents by multi-platform synchronously. The 2019 nCoV IgM antibody detection of immunochromatography platform was first approved by the State Food and Drug Administration, which has the characteristics of simple operation, rapid detection, and economic benefits. It has also been approved by the clinic and